We want to get to some breaking news we're covering right now. Actually, as we were watching the parade for the Kansas City Chiefs, of course, off their Super Bowl win, look at this. People have cleared out of the area. This is what we're just learning right now. Police responding to an emergency situation near the stage at Union Station. This is what you're looking at live. Just moments after the Super Bowl parade, Kansas City police say shots were fired near Union Station. Everyone has been asked to leave the area. Just moments ago, we saw police really rush into the building there, and you see a number of police officers on the ground, a number of bystanders, all there obviously for the parade. This was all as it was just ending. Again, hearing reports from the Kansas City Police Department that shots have been fired near Union Station. Everyone has been asked to leave that area. I believe this is a look inside right now, but we just looked there for a moment. Yeah. But we do see Kansas City Fire Department, some emergency responders there on the scene. You can see a lot of people there in their Kansas City gear, just kind of standing around right now, and a number of officers who were already going to be there to line the streets to keep people safe as the parade route went along.
Yeah, thousands and thousands of people in that area cheering on their home team. And I think, maybe 5 to 6 minutes ago, we were watching the tail end of that parade. The Chiefs players had just left the stage. They walked back into the back room. The confetti had fallen, and then officers start sprinting into the same building that the Chiefs players had just entered into. And that is why we're bringing you this now, because this is developing as breaking news there out of Kansas City. Thousands and thousands of fans probably scratching their heads trying to figure out what has happened as police tell everybody to go ahead and clear that area. Not the way anybody wanted this parade to end here. You can see a little bit of that aftermath. We're going to keep keeping our eyes on this one to make sure we know exactly what's happening there in Kansas City. Police confirming they have in custody 2 armed gunmen, as well as multiple shooting victims here at the Kansas City Chiefs parade. And the reporter also mentioned that police were chasing what appeared to be other people after they had already brought those 2 suspects into custody. They were running around chasing people, probably interviewing people, trying to figure out what in the world has happened here at this event, as we continue to watch more and more people show up on stretchers and get put in the back of ambulances and taken to local hospitals. And there's another stretcher right there. You can see this looks like a helicopter shot there from Kansas City. We do not know the extent of the injuries, and we do not know how many people have been injured just yet. We're working to get that confirmed right now here at Atlanta News First. We don't know the who was injured either. When I say who, there were a lot of high-profile people there at this parade, along with the athletes themselves who were near or inside Union Station when this shooting actually took place. Again, right around 18 to 20 minutes ago, just before 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, that's when police tell us those shots were fired. 2 people right now in custody, 2 armed gunmen in custody, and Tracy, multiple victims as a result of this shooting.
Yeah, and again, it's just tragic that what was supposed to be a great day of celebration for Kansas City and Chiefs fans turns into this, a day that they will certainly remember. And we are hoping everyone is able to recover from their injuries. But once again, to recap for you, a shooting that happened within the last half an hour. A number of victims, at least 2 suspects, gunmen in custody at this point. We do understand there were some people on the ground there who'd been kind of picked up and taken into ambulances. And from what we understand in reading a number of reports from that area, from Kansas City, there was a live broadcast going on where people heard just before many people started rushing out, popping sounds, the sound of gunshots. Then everyone started to really run and scatter. And we do want to go back to our reporters on the ground there at our sister station in Kansas City. Let's listen in to what they're saying.
Which was nice, but sure, it was a frantic situation, and it is still a little chaotic as people are still finding family members and understanding where is the best, most safe route away.
Yeah. Police are still continuing to kind of move us further and further away from Union Station. And like you said, when we were out there, we heard those pops again while we were on the risers, and then some people actually sheltered in place inside Union Station as well. But we're continuing to learn information. Obviously, we're going to see what we can find out from authorities out here as much as we can. But right now, guys, we'll send it back to you.
You've been listening in there to another one of our reporters at KCTV5 there in Kansas. He was interviewing somebody who was there at the event. He's now speaking to his anchor team there in Kansas City. While he was speaking, we pulled up some more tweets from the Kansas City Police Department as our producing team in the booth back there in the control room continues to listen into this broadcast to ensure we don't get any other interviews from people on the ground there. I'm going to go ahead and read you out these tweets, I should say. Police are saying that shots were fired west of Union Station near the garage and multiple people were struck. They say that they took 2 armed people into custody for more investigation. That last part, we already told you. That first part, we're getting more of an idea of exactly where this shooting happened. They're saying, again, it was the west side. Multiple people were struck by the garage at Union Station there in Kansas City. They're also saying immediately after that anybody nearby that area needs to leave the area as quickly and as safely as possible to facilitate treatment of the shooting victims. So we've got multiple people that have been shot there at the tail end of this parade. The Union Station parking garage completely shut down right now. They need as many first responders as possible to be able to access that garage as police continue to hold a strong perimeter right there outside of Union Station. This is
where we saw simultaneously fans in red gear running away from the train station, and at the same time what appeared to be a group of police officers rushing into the area, some even jumping over the fencing. Again, all these barricades are up because of this parade. And we've also had out here, because of the size of the crowd, a heightened security presence. There's a team with at least binoculars right up here, and then I'm going to step out of the way, and you can see on top of that hotel over there, there's a team with a long gun on a tripod. And what we noticed is all of that was unfolding on the ground was one of the 2 people up there ran away from the corner, seemed to be grabbing something and bringing it back to the front. So we noticed this heightened security presence, and you can hear the sirens in the background. That's been going almost continuously throughout the last half hour or so as this has all been unfolding. And again, what you were looking at broadly here is the aftermath of the celebration for the back-to-back Super Bowl champs. And officials had expected, because of the weather, among other factors, that there could be around 1 million people out here in the downtown today along the parade route and around here for the rally. Certainly not all of them over here, but there were easily thousands of people, if not tens of thousands of people, in this immediate vicinity when this incident appears to have unfolded. And again, more broadly in the area, Lester, potentially around 1 million people. At this point, it is mostly calm out here, but certainly you can see that these teams that have been on the rooftops are keeping a close eye on what is unfolding right around that train station, Lester.